Flipping cell phones for profit just might be the easiest way to make $1,000 a week or more. And once you get the hang of it, you could easily turn it into a full-time gig. Here's how you can get started and cash in on these easy profits. Sourcing your inventory. One of the best places to start looking for phones to flip is Facebook Marketplace. There, you can find incredible deals on both lower-end devices and higher-end ones. It's worth noting, however, that if you can't afford to shell out the extra bucks, higher-end models offer the greatest profit potential. Before buying anything, you want to make sure that you get a decent idea of what various devices are actually worth. Really, this is the key to any arbitrage operation. We recommend looking at completed eBay listings to get a feel for what phones are actually worth to consumers. You can do this by typing in the phone name in the search bar and then filtering by completed listings or recently sold. One thing that you'll probably notice right off the bat is that the condition of the phone is extremely important to consumers, and it plays a huge role in determining the value of the device. While an unlocked iPhone 13 might be worth anywhere from $600 to $800, if it has a cracked screen or it has been bricked, meaning it's rendered inoperable, it's going to be worth significantly less to your buyers. A few other places to search for phone deals include Amazon, Craigslist, eBay, Mercari, and OfferUp. The best deals, generally speaking, are going to be sites that allow you to interact directly with the previous owner of the device, because that gives you room for negotiation. Phones to look for. iPhones are obviously one of the most sought after cell phones out there, but Samsung Galaxy and Google Pixel devices are also fairly high in demand and thus provide ample opportunity to turn a profit. Another thing to look out for when purchasing used phones are clean IMEI numbers. If you don't know what these are, they essentially tell you whether a phone is stolen or not. A good way to check a phone's IMEI number is by using Swapa's IMEI checker. Also, if you're going to buy a phone from someone in person, make sure you get hands-on with the device before making that purchase. This is so you can make sure the screen isn't cracked, the buttons all work, the charging ports are functional, and the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth work properly. Selling phones. Once you've gotten a deal on a good phone and know what customers are willing to pay, all that's left to do is list the phone for sale. Swappa is an excellent platform to sell used phones. They don't charge you an excessive fee as eBay does, and they have a decent number of customers. If you already have an eBay account and you want to go that route, keep in mind they will charge you 10% in fees, which means if you're selling a phone for $600, they'll take a $60 cut from your final sale value. While you might be able to flip phones fairly quickly on eBay, given the platform's massive customer base, the trade-off is a lot higher than selling elsewhere because you're losing money to those fees. Other sites that are decent for flipping phones include the ones we mentioned earlier, like Mercari, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, and Craigslist. However, keep in mind that there might be other people trying to do the exact same thing you're doing, so it might take a little bit longer to find customers that are willing to pay your asking price, especially when you're working within a local market. The last thing to consider when selling phones online is the shipping costs of each device. It's best to use the USPS shipping calculator before you make a listing so you know exactly how much it's going to cost to ship your phones to a customer. This way, you can either charge them upfront for shipping or you can build that into your sale price. And generally, you'll want to pay for insurance when you ship your packages because you wouldn't want to risk losing a $500 phone just to save a couple dollars on the insurance. Insurance is pretty cheap, and it only takes one lost phone to make up for the cost of insurance throughout your whole phone flipping career. All things considered, even if you only flip a couple of phones a week with a target profit of $100, that number is going to add up very quickly. Flipping phones is a fairly easy and straightforward process as long as you know what you're selling and you price your devices accordingly. It won't take long before you know exactly where to find the best deals, and there's certainly no shortage in cell phone demand. But if you don't feel like investing in cell phones to flip, check out our previous video on finding free items that you can flip for pure profit. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.